You see, we have to live in Pakistan. We can't go abroad, like the luxury that is available to many others. So, Pakistan is in a turmoil. The political temperature is so high that, frankly, even a usual business cannot carry on. People are suffering from economic issues. The overall situation in terms of rights, in terms of law and order, everything is going down. And despite the government is claiming international successes, we see that the successes they are claiming are not being translated in Pakistan into anything substantial. And the primary reason is the political temperature in Pakistan that is so high that everything is actually melting down in that. So a group of friends gathered, and we thought that not as a PTI, but as a Pakistani, we have kind of responsibility towards our country. And then there was a letter written by Shah Mehmood Qureshi, Ijaz Chaudhary, Mehmood Rashid, and Omar Cheema, Yasmin that stressed upon the need of dialogue and bringing the temperature down. So, and that was actually, literally been thrown into dustbin by the PTI leadership. It was never conveyed to Imran Khan even. So what we try to do here is we are trying to build up our case on the very letter written by these five leaders from Kot Lakhpat jail in Lahore to Imran Khan. And what we are trying is that an environment may be created uh, while working with the government parties, both with PMLN and People's Party, and also, trying to approach establishment that Pakistan needs a healing touch. And for that, we need an environment where if a government takes a step forward, PTI may be requested to take a step back so we can normalize Pakistan. So, this is the whole idea that we are trying to achieve. You see, I actually yesterday called Nasir Jamal, the bureau chief of Dawn in Lahore, and I told him that the Dawn is one paper where we expect that the basic norms of journalism will be observed, and uh, one norm of journalism is that you always take the other version. But unfortunately, a story has gone without a version. And then I took on my phone the Rana Mudassar, the lawyer for Shah Mehmood Qureshi, who categorically denied his statement. He said he never made this statement on behalf of Shah Mehmood Qureshi and never actually said what has been reported in Dawn. But what can you do? It was a headline in one newspaper. You see, we first thing is that Shah Mahmood Qureshi Saab was informed that we were coming to meet him at least like probably 24 hours before, or maybe 12 hours before. And then the meeting, continued for about 40-45 minutes. And Shah Mahmood Qureshi is not the only one we met. We met Ijaz Chaudhary Saab in Kot Lakhpat also. And what we are trying to do is that we want to facilitate, kind of that. And now this is our point with the government is that the government should actually take a step forward and facilitate the meeting of these jailed leaders with Imran Khan. Because, right now the problem is that the present PTI leadership, for example, the Salman Raja or Vakas and even Gohar, Imran Khan hardly knows them, and they hardly know Imran Khan. So it's very, difficult for them or expecting from them that they will actually lead dialogue is actually a childish idea. They are not even politicians. So what we need to do is we need to bring hardcore politicians into the fray, and we want these incarcerated leaders in Lahore to play a pivot in this, and first they need to talk to Imran Khan and seek mandate, and then they should go ahead and speak with the government. I think we are far less controversial than the chief minister KP, and that's the problem. You have been, analyzing Pakistan politics for a very long time. I will ask you to, kind of just look at the scenario of next 75 days in Pakistan. What will happen if there is no engagement, if the government and establishment opts not to engage with PTI, and they believe that they don't need to they don't need to engage, what will happen? PTI will left with no other option but to go for a full-fledged agitation. So Sohail Afridi will do a long march towards Islamabad. Imran Khan may tell his MNAs to resign. Federal government will impose governor rule in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and they will obviously use force to stop this long march from reaching Islamabad. And all this chaos that we will face in next 60 to 75 days will actually take the political temperature into a new height. And this is what we want to avoid. We want government and establishment to actually realize that their cooperation is must in this scenario. Engagement with Imran Khan, engagement with PTI is the only option that we have. And from PTI side, I think these people are, especially if you ask me, Ijaz Chaudhary and Mehmood Rashid can play a very important role to kind of and then I we also would like that the women leaders of PTI may be given relief, and they should be released, and their punishments should be suspended to kind of create an environment where the talks can take place. You see, I mean, I think the primary problem is the environment. The if I don't like your face and you don't like my face, and we cannot even sit on a coffee, how will we talk? So primarily what we need to do right now is to focus on bringing the temperatures down, and then obviously, and this is absolutely, I mean, everyone in Pakistan knows how election took place, how the government actually formed through Form 47, and obviously they do not represent people of Pakistan. This is the fact. But there is a de jure thing and there is a de facto thing. The problem right now is a de facto situation that we are facing right now, and we have to keep this in mind also. So I think that the primary players of this game of chess is Imran Khan, Nawaz Sharif, Asif Zardari, and establishment. So unless these four players decide to play the game within the frame of rules, how will we expect the game to continue? So that's what we are trying to do. We are trying to create that environment where these four players can actually agree on the rule of the game. I think it's a very fair thing to say. I think it's a very fair thing to say. And today, I think DGISPR statement was very balanced, where he actually acknowledged the importance of Sohail Afridi, where he acknowledged the importance of the elected people. I think KP government should respond to the chief minister, to the DGISPR in the same terms, and should actually welcome his balancing, very balanced statement. Uh, you see, that's why what we are trying to do, and what I was saying is that that's why it's so important to include PMLN and People's Party in dialogue. When PTI says that they cannot speak to PPP and PMLN, but in the same breath they say, but why don't you talk to TTP? I mean, it's ridiculous. You don't do that. Uh, I mean, if you can ask government of Pakistan or suggest government of KP to do a dialogue with TTP, then obviously PMLN and People's Party are far more legitimate forces than TTP and the terrorist groups. So yes, we don't like them. We don't like their politics. We have so many issues with them. But this is what the politics is all about. You make your way from your differences. It's like a river. It's like a river water. It flows and it makes its own ways, and that's what we are trying to do. Well, I frankly categorically told him that, see, we are politicians. You cannot expect us that we will take a gun and go on the mountains. We cannot join, the terrorist groups or the people with the gun, because frankly, I don't know how to use gun. I never did that. I'm a politician. I need a space to do politics, and as a politician, it's my job to create space for myself. Ultimately, if establishment or government opt not to give me a space, I will be replaced with someone with a gun. But then it will be, a competition between the people with the gun and the other people with the gun. I won't be a player in that game. So it's in my interest to kind of achieve a space where I can do my politics. And for that, I suggested to Khan Saab that allow me to form a coalition where where, uh, where we can sit with the government. But he asked me that, okay, let me think about it. But then, as you know, there was another Tehreek or movement that was announced, and that never actually took off because of obvious reasons. But nonetheless, I tried to convince. And then there's another problem, Imran Khan's incarceration has created an economy of itself, of, I would say, about 25, 30, $35 million. The reason is there are YouTubers who are sitting abroad, there are fundraising on his name, there's a lawyer's fee raising fundraisings for him. So it's a huge circle of money. And I told Khan Saab that the kind of economy you have created by just being in the jail, I mean, yes, government and establishment are the primary players who have kept you in the jail. But let me assure you that there are other people also who are making money out of your jail, and they also won't like you to come out of it. You said they have never visited them. The Lahore leadership, though, they are on the record. They are on record complaining that no one bothered about that. And that's the tradition in PTI. No one bothers about the people in jail. I was in jail for like 7 months. No one bothered about that, why I was in jail. So that's the kind of, the attitude that PTI has towards its workers, towards its, even towards the leadership. So the present leadership is actually more focused on enjoying their kind of surprise popularity, you can say, or the kind of importance they have got. And their only policy is that if there will be nobody in the party, we will be important. So they all want to be actually the leaders of a graveyard, when there should be everyone else should be dead, and they should be seen as the only one who are alive and kicking. So unfortunately, political parties don't work like that. So most of these people are very new in politics. They don't know any real politics. They have not been to any electoral process. They are not known in political circles, and this is one huge reason that Imran Khan has not been able to, kind of, and then don't have any political strategy, and that's the one reason that they have not been able to kind of achieve anything for Imran Khan or the party. And frankly, uh, there is not a single legal case on Imran Khan or the other leadership. Most of the cases are just made up. But I mean, don't even go into that debate because the government would not like this to be said. Let's go very strictly legal. For example, these five people, they have been incarcerated for now 3 years, and they have been sentenced for 10 years. So, as a matter of right, they are now under the law entitled of their sentence suspension. So their sentences should be suspended. This is what the law says. And likewise, for example, there are political workers of Gujranwala who have been sentenced for 5 years. They are in jail for like 1.5 year, and as a matter of right, their punishment should be suspended. But that is not happening. Likewise, women prisoners, they are entitled to bail because of the gender. and that is also not happening. So even if the law is implemented just um, just in the spirit, everyone will be out. Well, I don't think so. I don't know if any deal was offered or not. But this is something, many people have claimed that even from the government side, people have claimed that such deals were offered. But you see, I think the biggest opportunity was with the wife of Imran Khan when she was released. I wish if she would have taken the course of bringing down the temperatures and getting into talks was better option. But then this 26th November happened, and not only that, she suffered personally, but also party suffered a second time in a very big way. Well, frankly, I don't think so. There is this point of is of any. This is not a real point. I mean, obviously, 9th May is important, but then 8th February was actually more important, if not as important as 9th May. So this is, I would say, more of an expression of annoyance by both parties to each other. So it is not really a moot point of difference. I think the best thing, I don't know. I mean, how things can conclude right now. But to start things, I think first thing we need to do is to cool down the tempers, cool down the temperature. So we will see what will happen and what can be the settlement points. We have some models in our mind, but I think that will be too early to suggest what should be done. But right now, we just want a kind of cooling the tempers and let the negotiations take its course. Well, first thing is that we never claimed that we are trying to talk on behalf of PTI. This is not our case. Uh, what we are trying to do is we are trying to facilitate the incarcerated leadership to take a major role, and that's the problem for the present leadership because they think that if Shah Mehmood Qureshi comes out, if Ijaz Chaudhary comes out, Mehmood Rashid comes out, Yasmin Rashid and Omar Cheema are free, then their roles will be diminished and they are the one who will actually take the lead roles. So that's why they are very worried and they are very critical of this. I mean, how can someone who claim to be in PTI can actually criticize a release Imran Khan movement? Actually, if there is any logic, everyone should have joined this movement by now. But you see that their own, self is so important for them that they do not want to actually even support release of Imran Khan. They are anti. They are not in favor of release of Shah Mahmood. They are not in favor of relief to the other incarcerated leaderships only because they just want to be in the office. Well, obviously, he is immensely popular. And if 65% people voted for him on 8th February, I believe probably 75% people will vote for him now. So, yes, Imran Khan is immensely popular, and I would say the distance between the people who are governing Pakistan and the governed is so large, is so big that it's actually dangerous for Pakistan. So that's another reason that we want the government to actually rethink their strategy and bring sanity back in Pakistan's political uh, paradigm. As earlier we said that the scenario in the next 60-65 days will be really dangerous for Pakistan because you are in a very obvious and very straight conflict with Afghanistan, and the KP is actually is not in a I would say in a shape or in a framework that is needed for Pakistan. And if this tension rises more, I think Pakistan will be more will suffer the most. So, in my view, the only way forward is that how to bring the temperatures down. Because if we fail in our initiative, that means more high-handedness. PTI will suffer big time because they may be banned. There will be a governor rule in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and the workers will suffer a lot. On the other hand, the government will suffer in a big way because the tension, political temperature in Pakistan will rise like a in the like the speed of light, and they cannot afford that, and the distance between people and the government will go further. That is more dangerous. I think the situation will really become dangerous if we in our effort fail.